How to pick up stitches around an armhole. You can see that I have a lot of ends here because I prefer to weave them in last. Here's a completed armband, but keep in mind that it's unblocked, so it looks a bit disheveled. Start by locating the center of your underarm or the center of the underarm bind-off stitches. Place your needle through the first underarm bind-off stitch to start the armhole pickup. Join in your yarn and, working clockwise, pick up and knit all of the first half of the bind-off stitches at the underarm. You will see that I'm inserting my needle beneath both legs of each bind-off stitch. Next, you will pick up stitches along the slanted edge where decreases occurred, followed by along the straight edge where no decreases occurred. Referring to the numbers in the pattern, determine the spacing of the stitches to be picked up within each section. For my size, I need to pick up approximately 2 of every 3 edge stitches for this section. When you get to a slipped stitch along the edge to pick up, you will see that you can't really do that without creating a hole along the edge. Instead, insert your needle through the left leg of a nearby stitch and then beneath both legs of the slip stitch. Here is that trick again. I'm now ready to pick up stitches along the straight edge. Again, you'll need to determine the spacing of your pickup for this section. Here I am locating the top of my tank so I know where to end this particular section of the pickup. While all of the stitches along this edge are slip stitches, because it is a straight edge, they do not create a drastic hole when they are picked up normally. However, a straight edge is not forgiving if you don't pick up your stitches consistently. Be sure to pick up both legs of the slip stitch and no other legs each time to ensure that the column of stitches that runs alongside the straight edge remains neat. I've now reached the top of the shoulder where the front and back pieces were seamed together with Kitchener stitch in this case. You can see that if I pick up both legs of the slip stitch at the top, my stitch column is disrupted. If I pick up only one leg from the slip stitch, my stitch column looks great, but that wouldn't be secure enough. Instead, continue by picking up another leg from the next row. Continue in this manner, picking up one leg from the row that you're working on with one leg from the next row, and so on. I'm back to picking up stitches along the other slanted edge and will work those the same as I did on the other side. Here is a slipped stitch, and again I'll need to pick up one leg from the nearby stitch with both legs of the slip stitch in order to prevent a hole. Pick up and knit the remaining number of armhole bind-off stitches for your size. Because this armhole is located on the side of the BOR marker, continuing to work around on the armband will create a hole. To prevent a hole from forming, slip the next stitch to your right needle. Then pick up 2 bars from the center of the underarm. Use your fingers to place them on the left needle. Now return the slip stitch to the left needle. You can now work knit through the back loop through all 3 of those stitches, 1 stitch and 2 bars that were between the stitches.